still on.
Yeah, quite a bit of traffic there on the 110
All right.
southbound. Do we know, was there a home
Howdy,
doctor
people.
tonight?
Sorry I was a little delayed
Don't
getting
believe
going with
so.
this
Oh, okay, because I
chase.
know
I couldn't get my
when we're
Twitch to
leaving here
work.
some nights and there's a home doctor case.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, that 110 southbound can be pretty packed.
Where
at
are
this
we?
hour.
110
It still seems to
southbound.
be,
Right
a
near
lot of traffic out
downtown,
there at,
actually.
10:51 on a Tuesday night. Again, no backlights on that guy,
have
which
a-
is also very dangerous.
Gil Levis should be in the
And,
air.
You know, we're hearing it's a black Kia.
No, black Dodge
And,
Charger.
we picked it up
That's
on
incorrect.
the westbound 60 freeway not too long ago, right
Where we
around
at?
the
Where we at?
605. And the original want was no plates on the vehicle, and so the CHP got behind it, and then this vehicle just took off. And we are seeing at times it has been going 120 miles per hour.
120
Making some
miles an hour.
aggressive moves, sort of last minute moves, right?
Yeah,
Getting onto
yeah.
that 101 and then the 110. And it's just a very
Sorry.
scary scenario out there. Look at all these.
Look at the
people.
swerve across the highway there on the 110.
For Scott
My God.
Farfield, trying to keep up with this suspect at this point.
Oh, it's a difficult task for those.
Yeah, we're near downtown too, which is going to make it even more difficult. He doesn't have any lights on and he's swerving around traffic
Look at
here.
that. He's hard on the brakes there.
So I'm a couple minutes late, but we're still going 120 miles an hour on the freeway, 110 southbound.
They're kind of far back. The night sunlight top of the screen.
Night sun.
There on the bottom of the screen, and it looks like it might be getting off the freeway here. High
Oh.
speeds. He's hard on the brakes. We'll see what happens.
60, we're doing 60 plus miles an hour getting off the off ramp, and now we're speeding and barreling towards an intersection.
All right, so
All right, we're off the highway.
freeway, and the danger just went
Indeed,
up quite a
boogity,
bit
boogity,
for the
boogity.
motoring
Let's
public
go
as
chasing.
cross-traffic
Downtown LA,
potential officers
Figueroa
and
Street,
pedestrians
heart
and
of
erratic
downtown Los
driving,
Angeles.
Making for a very dangerous
No lights
cocktail
on the front
and
of that
dangerous
Dodge
scenario for
black Dodge
anyone in this
Charger.
area. Look at this now. There's a clean read on that 75 miles an hour.
75 miles an hour on Figueroa in downtown LA.
Figueroa, was the
All right,
110
at least we're hitting the brakes here. Wrong side of the road for just a second. Whole bunch of traffic as we swerve through. Someone making a left-hand turn there.
In an accident yet.
Oh, no doubt. Look at that. Oh, he's going to make a hard right.
Hard right across the sidewalk.
70th Street, and he's going to go westbound there.
We're not in Downey, not in Downey. We are downtown LA doing big rates of speed.
It looked as though it might have been LAPD that he passed there. Not to be sure, they didn't have lights on, but this would be their jurisdiction, and you would believe that at some
65 miles an hour here. Denver Avenue, right off Figueroa, all the way up in 65th. We're not. Oh, that was. Did you see this? Did you see that axle fucking bump through the dip in the road right there? I don't know if that was a speed bump or what.
The want is no plate, so apparently no plates on the back of this car, on the front of this car, and you see the driving with a number of people inside this car.
Oh, we have a clown
Along
car.
With the driver, you have what we believe maybe as many as 4 passengers. We did get a close
We got a clown car situation here.
at some point
At least
here
4
on the
people.
freeway, at this car, and we saw a number of passengers in the back seat. So you've got a crowd in the car, and you have erratic driving, and you have the CHP tracking this overhead to be sure. There's the night sun, but on the ground
Night sun.
as well. Gil, what's the situation with ground units?
Well, like you said, Mike, a LAPD jurisdiction now off the freeway. The CHP may pull off. Oh, we got doors popping open here.
Whoa.
And 1, 2,
Whoa!
3, 4,
Ejectocito.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many fucking people are in this clown car? Oh man, we are spreading like cockroaches under a spotlight right now. Foot pursuit. Oh, good luck catching all of them. Here they go.
All 5 into this house. This is going to be off of 61st Street. Here comes the police to surround the area, but the night sunlight of the helicopter, they had good eyes on those going, all 5 people going into that house. The vehicle stopped in front, and now we'll see what happens as far as getting those people out of this home. Again, this is east of Figueroa on 61st Street.
And Gil, do they go back under the 110 freeway? Are they now on the east side of the 110
So
freeway?
we're now in a
on 61st
standoff
Street?
situation. This is not code 4.
That's
Chase
absolutely
is
right.
not
That's,
over.
east
They're
side
all
of-
in there.
or east side of the 110
And
freeway.
we have
Sorry about
seen just in the last chase, they go into the house and they come back out. The garage door went up and they drove out of it.
Parallel to the 110 as they were going
I
back
think-
up northbound. If they
I
were
don't know
gonna
if
hop
that's
back on that
one of their
110, but
houses.
no,
I don't know how
instead-
they got in, but they're in
and
there.
You have to wonder the way someone was holding that gate open. They all 5 ran around and got all into the same home. So often we see that when they hop out of these cars, they all run in different directions.
Yeah.
But this is kind of an unusual situation where they all ran into the same home, and the police clearly know which home they ran into because the chopper had the lights right over it.
And a situation they're likely familiar with, whether it's their home or someone they know, but CHP surrounding that now. They've got the night sun on it from above. And
You should have seen the chase from a couple hours ago. There was a an untrained fur missile that had no clue what to do with the suspect, and it was just sitting there, kind of biting it and then wagging its tail. It was not. It was a bad dog. It was a bad dog.
The headlights were never on as we were tracking this. Just the driving lights, which is what allowed the tail lights to be off. So you had only driving lights, different control likely than what you have with the headlight tail light configuration. So it allowed them, minimal light on the front and none on the back. Hopefully, they're going to be contained within this home now as you have a perimeter being set up in this neighborhood, and all of them again running into the same home, we believe, and the CHP surrounding. And what happens from here, Gil?
Well, they're going to have to call them out, and if this could turn into a SWAT situation where they bring the SWAT team in down the road unless they surrender and come out of that house. They saw all five go in the rear door of it. It's that house there with the blue trim, white paint with blue trim. They went into that house in the rear, and at this point we have not seen anybody else come out. The airship was overhead. They had a good look at it and did not see anybody leave the house. So at this point, all five, they believe, are still in the house. At this point, also CHP is still the handling units.
And Gil, it looks like there's either a kid or a guy on a bicycle in a lighter colored sweatshirt that sort of pulled up right into the middle of all this chaos. And you also see another guy in the background kind of walking around. Are they just witnesses, or are they just, they're just looky-loos, or what are they doing?
Yeah, it looks like he's a neighbor that saw the action and came over on his bike. Not a good place to be. They'll probably order that person out of there.
Standing in
and,
between
get
the
them
line
out
of fire. Yeah,
harm's
great
way
place.
there if
Great
there's
place to
any,
stand.
Chance of weapons being used. But actually, you know what? That guy's going into that property, so he
What?
might live there. But he was not one of those.
There's a lot of dogs there, too. Courtside seats.
I don't think he was one of the ones that came out of the car.
It looks from this vantage point as though CHP is processing the suspect vehicle, but may not be addressing the situation in the home yet. You see a couple officers. It looks like they have weapons drawn and are looking toward the home, and there goes your hooded individual there coming back out. But they're not taking a position here, as it were, yet, it would appear.
I am the Game 13 asks, what if the house is full of people already? Will they arrest everyone? Good question. No one knows. Now nobody knows who the guilty parties are if there's many of them in there. Might be guilty by association. Maybe all of you go downtown.
That were just racing north of 100 miles an hour on the freeway trying to get away from law enforcement. The CHP coming all the way out of the City of Industry area.
T. Hogan, much appreciated, my friend. 6 months and counting. We were back indeed.
Downtown Los Angeles to the 110 South and exiting Figueroa, and now in this neighborhood adjacent to the 110 freeway. Hard to see where CHP is actively addressing what may be going on inside the house, trying to get the suspects out. What do you see, Gil?
Well, I do see a perimeter set up. There's an alleyway in the rear. I see the lights from a unit there that's in position in the alleyway. You see an officer back there as well. They'll likely call for help from the LAPD with this, but definitely CHP. They have it surrounded. They have the house surrounded, and they got into position pretty quick. They had that airship overhead that was keeping an eye out on everything, and at this point, it appears that they're all still inside the house. The strange thing is, they just let that guy with the hoodie on. It looked like he went back into that house, so it might be unclear to the CHP that that's the house in question, even though the night sunlight from the helicopter is lighting that house up.
Yeah, and it looked like he had some sort of shopping bag with him when he walked over to have a chat with police. And there he is again. Yeah, very unusual what this...
He's like the ambassador to the crooks.
The law enforcement hasn't asked him to get away from this scene. Obviously, they were running from something. They're going 120 miles per hour at points down the freeway, so they were trying to escape law enforcement. So obviously this could develop into a very serious situation. They must have their reasons, though.
They must, and in time we'll find out. You're watching the KTLA 5 News at 11. I'm Micah Ullman along with Mary Beth McDade.
We should get a replay. It's 11 o'clock here in Los Angeles. In their 11 o'clock news is about to start. They'll probably give us a highlight package here in a second.
The City of Industry area into downtown Los Angeles, southbound on the 110, exiting Figueroa and into this neighborhood here adjacent to the 110. A driver and 4 passengers jumping out of this car. There you see
here we go.
Video of what we watched.
This is what you missed if you're just joining us.
20 miles an hour.
This was the chase on the 110.
No headlights, no taillights. Very, very dangerous, very reckless.
The want was no plates.
Moving at times, sweeping across lanes.
Hard swerves. Oh my Lord, he almost hit the median right there on the right.
Traveling public here. Very, very dangerous.
Look how close the cop was on his ass, too.
Was hit, and there you see the moment where they jump out. Look at that. 5 people.
All 5 of them.
Cockroaches.
And then, as we can see, they all go down the sidewalk, and they're going to the back of this home. And then we watch as they all file into the same home together. And now it appears that you have various law enforcement agencies. Not sure if the LAPD is down there as well. I believe this might be the 77th Street Division that controls this neighborhood. So you have to imagine they're at least going to help out the CHP. They were the original ones in pursuit of this vehicle. They wanted the vehicle to pull over because there was no license plate, and then all of a sudden the vehicle just took off at a very high rate of speed.
Is there a tunnel underneath this house or something? Look at all those dogs in the front yard.
Came home on the bike and has been chit-chatting with law enforcement, and it looks as if there's also a lot of dogs in that front yard.
Yeah, hard to say what the plan is for CHP.
Greasy salad, 4 months. Welcome back.
Know where the suspects are. We watched all 5 of them run
Jack
into
4,
the same
Minnesota.
house there.
You as well.
And they're comfortable knowing that they're in there and will plan whatever it is their tactic will be to.
This feels like the house, the neighbor's house in Toy Story.
With law enforcement overhead watching,
just a graveyard of toys and random lawn appliances
on all sides, including the alleyway behind the home. It's a matter of time before they formulate a plan and move in.
That are being tortured and dismantled by a adolescent juvenile.
Sort of bizarre. I don't want to call it a standoff at this point. You have to believe, Gil, that they're
right. Doesn't that look like Sid's house?
Issuing orders and commands on a loudspeaker to come out.
The front yard looks like Sid's house.
Yeah, you would think so at this point. But what the unusual thing was they pulled that kid over with the hoodie on, brought him out to the street, talked to him for a minute or two, and then he was allowed to go back into the property, went in through the open gates there in the back where everybody ran around to get in the house, and then walked to the front and just simply went in the house. So maybe, possibly, they sent him in there and said, hey, we know they're in there, have them come out. It's no big deal. Just come out and face the consequences. But we'll see what happens. But it's very unusual to see the law enforcement allow someone to go in that house after 5 people went in there.
Yeah, and you can see that they have quite the perimeter set up. It looks like
tunnel.
More law enforcement is around.
Tunnel to Mexico.
And so if
That's
you're
a long
watching us
tunnel.
here on the KTLA 5 News at 11 o'clock and you live in the area of 61st and Grand 61st and Broadway,
Golden
you
State
are going to
26.
want to stay
Welcome
in
in,
your
welcome
homes.
back.
Keep the doors locked because there is a very serious situation going on in your neighborhood. We watch as that vehicle.
I was a little late getting this stream going because I was watching quite possibly the worst documentary I've ever seen in my life. It's called Bama Rush.
To the 101, then the 110
on HBO. It's about
going on the west side of the 110 freeway, then kind of
Alabama sorority rush. It is extremely poorly done.
Freeway to this home, which it appears that they must know someone in this home for all 5 to file in because Mike and I have been doing these stories for many years. When you do see people hop out of the car that's being pursued, often all 5 going in different directions with the hopes of trying to get away.
Typically they would, but in this case, again, all 5 of them into the same home. CHP surrounding this. And
no,
as we wait
I'm an hour in, and it's really
we'll
bad.
Continue to keep you apprised and come back to this scene as warranted.
Oh no!
Tonight here on the news at 11.
Okay, and now more breaking news, and only on 5, a DUI suspect is under
this is
arrest
from before.
after
There's the fur missile, the takedown. He tried to jump the fence with the cops walking up to him. He tried to run away from a fur missile. You'll see the replay of that shit?
That's where he ran into the backyard of a house.
Hold on. Watch this while I try and find us another stream.
thanks to a police canine. Carlos Saucedo live in Anaheim with a story you'll see only on 5. Carlos.
Yeah, well, this is where the pursuit ended in this quiet neighborhood of Anaheim, and it appears as though the suspect was familiar with this area, as residents say that they heard the chase, they heard him go by
Watch
several
this.
times.
What? No, it wasn't good dog. The dog messed up. I got us another stream. Eliana Moreno's in the air. But we're going to watch the replay of this real quick. This is the chase that I was telling you about from earlier. It only lasted a couple of minutes. This man wrecked, got out of his car right in front of the cops, just walked away from the damn door. Look at him just casually walking away with the cops right on top of him. Then he runs. Then he tries to break into a home.
As a police canine was deployed and tried taking him down. When a swarm of officers came around the corner, he tried jumping the wall.
Look at this.
It looks like the canine bit the suspect.
Here comes the canine, and the canine's just running around.
From the wall. Police
Look at it. He kind of runs up there to take him down, backs away. Bad dog. Bad dog. And then the cops walk up on him. The dog tries to chase him down. Okay, now I'm going to be a good canine. All right. And then ultimately he gets taken down. Okay, here's the good news. I have us a stream.
The erratic driver refused to stop. He struck 2 police officers, rather 2 patrol cars, which is why we see the vehicle.
Okay, we're back with the chase here. I don't know if I can do a double. I don't know if I can do a double box
helicopter, the chopper
to show you the
was under
replay of
there,
that.
and that's how I come
Y'all
out
got the
again, and
gist.
I saw the cap, like 5
Once
of
it
them
started
behind
the
him.
pursuit, it was at triple digits, but
Oh, it's not Eliana.
High speed in and out of lanes, dangerous driving. There was no plates on the car when CHP got behind it. They tried to pull it over, and that's when the pursuit started, Colleen.
All right, Josh, thank you for that. We'll keep an eye on the situation.
No.
Bring you more as we get it. Also new tonight, Target is putting
No.
out a new line of Pride merchandise.
God damn it. We don't want real news. We want chase. Give us the chase. I got to go find us another stream. Hold on. Let's go back to this for a second.
But as you can imagine, just a bizarre chain of events. The suspect is now in custody. He's under medical evaluation, we're told.
Okay, I'm gonna check
and
Fox.
It does not appear as though anyone was seriously injured during this chase. That's the latest here in Anaheim. Carlos
I got a couple
Saucedo,
streams we got to check before we
KTLA.
sign off here.
All
Hold
right,
on.
Carlos, thank you. Cell phone video captures the moment a group of Good Samaritans
Okay, first of all, no. Second of all, I'm going to check all of our streams here before we, give me a second here, guys. Go to CBS LA. CBS is in normal news. Fox 11 is in, let's check out. Fox 11 is in normal news. ABC 7 is in normal news. So unfortunately, we are out of streams as we are in a standoff situation in what is northeast downtown, I think is where they ended up. But I think that's going to do it for tonight, folks. I can wait a couple of seconds here. Scroll the chat, see if we get anyone that checks in real quick. I have all the streams up just in case someone switches over. I don't know why Eliana's not in the air. Right? Didn't you get that chase before was crazy. That guy was just trying to break into a house and the dog was, do I bite him or not? Do I bite him or not? And the cops were flashing the lights on him. Yeah, Panther, you are correct. This is the 11 o'clock news hour. This is when everyone's watching. So primetime news, unless there is an actual chase occurring, is going to take a back seat to Standoff. Standoff is going to take a back seat to real news, which is where we're at now. And Fox is in the weather. KTLA is on the side of the 405 freeway, reporting something. CBS is talking about hotel vote. No, I think that doggo just needs more training. It just didn't really know what it was doing. All right. Be careful, Ranger. And these people that say they have a link are probably sending you some fucking spam or something. Be careful if you open it. B. Van Bo. Appreciate you, my friends. 7 months and counting. We're in our 3rd trimester together. Ranger, what's the link? Is it a YouTube link? Is it a news link? Because I can find anything pretty quick here. I just kind of need to know where to look. Give me a second, guys. Otherwise, we'll sign off at some point. Just, what do you think it is, Ranger? I mean, no, just what's the... Oh, it's an actual stream? What am I missing? YouTube, okay. I'll type this, all right, hold on. youtube.com/watch V equals 90MJPGLHOBA. Oh, that is it. I don't know how the hell you found this, Ranger. How the hell did you find this? Hey, this is it. We're back. It's not on any news. It's a raw feed from like a helicopter. Good job. Everyone please applaud Ranger. I would have never found this. The title of the stream it just says Chase on YouTube. Is there any audio? Oh, wait, what's going on here? Oh, I know what. So it's KTLA direct feed. Okay. I know where to go. Good job, Ranger, though. You saved the stream, Ranger. Okay, I'll stay on this just for a minute, but they're on the KTLA direct. I was watching the news feed, not the link to the chase.
Dog's wagging his tail.
That's where we're at right now. Dog's wagging his tail.
Someone's coming out. There we go.
Oh, we got someone. Hands up. We have developments for those of you. That's why you stick around until I say code 4. That's why you don't leave the damn stream. Whoa. Whoa, what's that?
You got me. Red-handed. You did.
What the fuck?
4 individuals coming out of the house, and looks like a couple people in the doorway, maybe holding.
1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 hands up here.
Minute and a half. Are we able to scoot forward at all?
1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th?
Closer. Let's see where they go.
Broadwurst Simulator says that dog on the porch was the negotiator. Okay, so we're going to go with Patrick Starfish here in a second, one by one.
Take the first one into custody. He's going to comply. The suspects in this pursuit knew they had nowhere to go. They were completely surrounded. The CHP doing a great job of surrounding that house, ready to go.
Arc9, appreciate you sticking around. Should I go back to the normal news at some point? There's so many dogs at this house. Yeah, five definitely got
You
out.
can see the first two that are being taken into custody here. They're actually handcuffed there at the front of the house. Here comes the number 3 person out of the house on his knees right now. The fourth one standing with his hands up behind the vehicle. As I tilt up, you can see some people in the doorway here holding some children. Now, that's 4, but we're missing 1 so far. So 4 going to be in custody here. 1 still outstanding and likely still inside that house.
Decoy.
Again, this all stemmed from that pursuit, a high-speed chase from the city of Industry here to 61st and Broadway. 4 people now in custody as the CHP is now going to call out that 5th person out of that house. That's the latest overhead up at Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Interesting. What's gonna happen? Are they gonna accept this this trade? We'll surrender 4, but one stays here. That one person might have a warrant. They might have incentive not to go out there for whatever reason. That's a pretty close friend group. The 4 of you go to jail. I'm gonna stay out.
There's number 5.
No. Hands up. Are we sure it's number 5, or is that the big brother that doesn't have the warrant? Right? We don't know. So we've got a 5th taker for surrender. Probably wouldn't, bro. I need you to take this one. I won't be able to get into college. College is gonna kick me out.
Everybody's got
What
that
the?
house.
What the fuck is going on? How many people are in this house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A child, 8 plus the 4. There were 12 people in this house. Crazy. I wanted to. What do you think the guy on the bike with the white hoodie? What was his involvement in this? Was he a negotiator? Was he the snitch? Was he trying to defuse the situation? There are a lot of unanswered questions here. We don't even know if these are the 5 that got out of the damn car. This could be someone subbing in and making sure the breadwinner doesn't go to jail. I'm just making up scenarios. Are we code 4? I think we're code 4. Wait, we're not code 4 just yet. Prepare to put your 4s in the chat. Now we're code 4. I think. I don't like doing premature code 4s. Are they going to arrest all 12 of these people? Are they just taking people down?
Go ahead. All right. Thank you so much. Excellent job. We're clear.
All right. We have an official "we're clear" code 4 in the books here from Gil Levis and Sky 5. That's going to do it for this episode. That was an interesting one with a little intermission replay of or the earlier chase with the bad doggo. But as we take the zoom out, that's going to do it for this edition of Birds in the Air.